Welcome everyone to my new video presentation and other educational material for Tap 1 Futures, and at this time with something quite amazing. They have a new straight to funded SIM Pro account. This is something different than the instant SIM accounts that they are still having. This is another option available, right? So it's not crossing between each other. That's the great part. This is actually something additional, which I'd like to explain you fully, review, and give you all the insights needed at the same time. For those of you that still have questions, let me know in the comments area, including the ability to join my Discord where we are constructing our platform community, having a great time on the subjects, and of course, we are also live streaming from Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. EST time, trading live on YouTube and sharing giveaways with all sorts of accounts. Feel free to join us. Right, so that's where we are. Now, let me just get into this whole thing step by step. Before we talk about the plans, for those of you that don't know Tap 1 Futures, we got to look into their Trustpilot. 1,195 reviews with a total score of 4.9, representing an excellent, and that's something quite amazing, fellas, right? So from this standpoint, the company is delivering at the moment the highest quality services in the instant funding space with the best reach. And it's following through something very interesting with this type of accounts that I'd like to share with you. Especially right now, it's 9th of 9th of June 2025. So we're speaking about a promotional period where you can have up to 7 accounts, and you can copy trade all of them at the same time, of course. Out of this one, at the time the promotion is going to end, it will resume to 5 accounts, but now you can do 7. By the way, if you have 7 out of this package, out of the new plans, and 3 out of the old plans, which is something you can have, so you can have totally 10, that's fine. You're allowed to do that. The only thing is, you cannot copy trade all the 10 in between. You can basically either copy trade your SIM Pro accounts, or just your instant SIM funded, the old one, right? You cannot copy trade all the 10. You can separately per categories. Your new ones separated with the older ones. You can definitely do that. So all the 7 can be copy traded. However, we're going to talk about what, the major difference here is basically obviously the drawdown mode, which is intraday. It's not end of the day. I'm going to explain you that, along with the no consistency, but an equity stability score, the ESS, right? We're speaking about a different thing here. It's not consistency, it's different. I'm going to explain you. However, what is something very interesting is the prices. Prices are extremely cheaper, especially at the launch time, and the payout is huge, $3,500 per account, right? So looking at the price, $325 is listed here with their 50%, but I can give you 55%. 55% discount. If you use the coupon code SCRAMBLE, it's not going to be $325. It's actually going to be with SCRAMBLE, as you can see. This is the checkout page with a 150K. This coupon code SCRAMBLE is right there. The total price is $292, right? So that's nice. It's below $300, guys. $292 for an account at 7 times 7 is $2,044 for all the 7 accounts. All the 7 accounts, you're actually receiving from $3,500 a 90% to 10 split. So you receive out of that payout $3,150, which is $22,050. Look at that one, guys. Look at the ratio. Paying $2,000 for 7, receiving $22,000 for a max payout like that. That's beautiful. Right, so let's get into the subject and other details too. Now, first things first, drawdown mode. This is something that people care about. It's intraday. Intraday means that it follows your live balance, right? So the market moves around, your account is moving around during the day while you trade, and you have ups and downs. Think about it. With the end of the day, the ones that are in the instant SIM funded, in the older instant funding account, you're basically going with the balance you have at the end of the day from where it's going to trail. And that's going to remain till the next day, and so on. When it comes down to live, trailing intraday drawdown, it's different. Because in this case scenario, your drawdown is going to follow your live balance. Live balance includes even trades that you're running. If your trade is going up by $1,000, your balance is also going up by $1,000. So your drawdown comes with you during that moment, right? If you lose afterwards, obviously your drawdown is going to be smaller in terms of size. This is the way it works, basically. This is one difference. Of course, the price is cheaper than on the other side, and this is one of the things that are making the difference. Intraday drawdown. Now, the next thing is, for the moment, there is no daily loss limit during promotional period as it's stated right here. So, normally it's going to be 2%, but for the moment you can buy without any daily loss limits. It's also mentioned right here, none. Next thing that we care about, max contracts were fine. Minimum trading days to pay out. This is interesting. You need minimum 10 trading days. And let me share with you what does it mean. So you must have 10 trading days in the payout period, with at least 7 of those days having a profit of at least 0.1% of the initial balance. What does it mean? Well, let me share with you the exact numbers. 0.1% is quite simple to be calculated, but they also have the numbers here. So for the 25K account, it's $25. Minimum 7 days of $25. I mean, it's not possible to get to the target without achieving those. So it's kind of normal. It's kind of obvious. It's kind of not an issue at all. $50 for the 50K, $100 for the 100,000, and then $150 for the 150K. So it's kind of obvious that you're making at least 7 of those days out of 10 with minimum $150, because otherwise you would not reach to your target. A target that is 6% on the first payout, 5% on the second payout, and 4% on the third payout. That's how you need to achieve. There's actually 3 requirements for a payout: at least 10 trading days, by respecting those values as a minimum, the profit targets, which is the payout target, and then the equity stability score. And this is where we open up the subject. During the current promotional period, it's 30%, guys. 30% or less, you're fine with that. But it's going to be 20% or less afterwards, right? So 30% or less right now during this period. That's why you have some great time taking advantage. What does it mean? Well, I'm going to get straight into the formula. What does it mean, this equity stability score? Because this is not the consistency we are used in a traditional way. This is definitely not. Let me bring up the calculator and share with you exactly as it's stated. I'm going to give you the formula, and you guys can always calculate that. It's listed out here. So we care about the highest day profit, right? Plus the highest day loss as a positive number. So we just have to calculate both and have it in the following way. What's my highest day profit? Well, let's say my highest day was 1,500. Great. Then we have to do plus my highest day loss. Let's say my highest day loss is $1,200. Brings me a total. We have to add them together. 2,700. 2,700, as it says here, we have to divide this 2,700 to the total profit we have in the account. So we divide this. Let's say we have a total profit of 6,500. So we divide and we get a value. Then this value needs to be multiplied times 100. And we receive our equity stability score. With the numbers I share with you, we have 41.5. It's not good. We need up to 30% or less, right? This method with the equity stability score different than consistency, because now they also calculate your highest day loss, which means that you have to control your losses. If your losses are very high, if your losses are $4,000, then it's going to be very hard to have a score of 30 or less, right? It's going to be very hard, which is why you have to keep your losses low and low. Do not hurry up bringing up your payouts. Do not hurry up for 5 to 6 days unless you know what you're doing. And the idea is simple. Get your risk management on your losses. This is what this kind of accounts are requiring you. I mean, all the accounts are requiring you to control your losses as good as possible. Otherwise, you don't qualify for payouts. Otherwise, you're not reaching your targets, of course. But in this case scenario, instead of considering just a single element like it used to be on the consistency with the highest profitable day, here we also have to add up our highest loss, right? So it's a system that is not really encouraging you to leave your losing trades, to lose $3,000-$4,000, and requires you to cut your losses earlier if you want to have this score positive. Let's do a different example. Let's say that we have $2,000 our highest day plus $1,000 our highest day loss, right? So the profit is 2,000, the loss is 1,000, that is 3,000. We divide this to the total profit we have, which let's say it's 9,500, let's say. That's 0.31 times 100. It's 31.57. It's not good. We need smaller numbers right there. So let's put it that way. We do 1,600 positive plus 1,500 or loss, 3,100. We divide this to 9,000. It's 0.34. It's not good, right? So we need even less numbers, right? Even lower numbers. And you can do your math. You can organize yourself like that. And you can practice basically the live representation here on how does it work and how is it calculated. You have it over there very, very nicely. You can also ask me in private if you want more examples, but there's 2 examples out here that will definitely help you. Beautiful. This is with the equity stability score, which is actually requiring you to be more strict on your losses. The drawdown lock is something that people care about, which is basically stopping the trail at a time you are, for example, receiving your first payout. It stops trailing, simply. That's the point. It stops trailing and that's it, right? It's just going to be plus $100, which is how it is usually. Your initial balance plus $100. That's where it goes and that's it. Path to live, it's pretty much explained right there. No overnight position and all the other details. 10-second violation. All trades must remain open longer than 10 seconds. Attention, please. 10 seconds is violation. 10 seconds above is acceptable. Just like that, right? So fixed and exact 10 seconds is a violation. You don't want that violation to appear. You certainly don't want. So the Pro account is less expensive program built for skilled traders looking to trade up to more than $1 million in capital. Very interesting, guys. Now, in a nutshell, that's kind of all about. These are the most important parts. This is instant funding, no evaluation, max accounts on 7. Your new model of trailing is intraday. Your payout requirements are minimum 10 trading days with those minimal levels, and that's fine. Profit targets, it's fine. Basically, we're used to the 6% mark. Equity stability score is something new, something different, where we have to calculate our highest day plus our highest day loss. And the value of that is divided to the total profit, and then that value is multiplied to 100. It's all explained here. That's the formula. Beautiful, guys. So you can do some testings back and forth and see what kind of levels you need. Profit split is 90 to 10. Like I told you request 3,500, but you get 3,150, and you're kind of good to go with that. Drawdown locks, and you're fine. I mean, other details are mentioned right here, straight to funded pro accounts on all the collections for their articles. These are all the collections about their new program. Like I told you, you want to be aware that you cannot copy trade between the old instant sim funded and the new sim pro accounts, right? So you cannot copy trade all the 10, but separately you can copy trade like 7 on sim pro and instant sim, your 3 accounts right there. That's pretty much where we are with this one, fellas. That's kind of everything about it. Once again, for the coupon code Scramble, $292. I'm enjoying it. It's really challenging, and I think this is a model that comes in cheaper, gives me a much better edge, but at the same time requires me to be more disciplined, requires me to be better at my whole risk management approach, and that at the end of the day could be beneficial for the long term. For the short term could be, of course, dangerous for the trader. It's not advantageous for the trader to have a context and an environment that is more difficult. Yet, for the long term, this could be helpful for the learning process. So, depends how do you see it. If you only see it for today, it's more difficult. If you see it for the long term, and if you consider that your day-by-day trading allows you to be shaped in a much better trader, then of course, an environment that kind of imposes such level should help you. On short term is not. If you're not already a very good trader or a good trader or a profitable trader, it depends. You can definitely give it a go and test it out if you consider this is where we are and what we have at the moment. A very, very interesting approach in the markets, fellas. Thank you so much for watching. All the questions in the comments area. Make sure to like the video, subscribe. We are streaming from Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. EST time live on YouTube, trading every single day, guys. Thank you so much for watching, by the way. Join my Discord. All the links for everything can be discovered in the description area. Coupon code is Scramble. You are good to go with that. Thank you, guys. Have a great time. We'll talk to you soon.